definitely created a new crisis for the president. Dr. Mutunga, the fact that the relationship between Kenyans and the police has been so strained with the many accusations of police brutality, and in recent weeks, the killing of Albert Ojwang in police custody. Now, Boniface Kariuki, who was shot live on camera, is declared brain dead. Definitely, these statements by the CS are not helping matters in any way. Dr. Mutunga.
Thank you very much, Ndimoli. I first would like to condole with the families of those who lost their loved ones during the last week's demonstration and even before, and especially the family of Boniface Kariuki, who are going through a lot of suffering right now. I watched that clip, and one wonders actually what went on, because we did not see any open confrontation. Maybe verbal, because you could not have been, we were not able to know what they were telling each other. But whatever it was, I don't think that policeman should have shot Boniface, by all means. Because it's like they found him, trying to look for, maybe they were pushing people, I don't know. But there were people all over, those who are, covering the media and others. So talking about this particular incident, I think I found the policeman not really on the right. Yes, you've talked about strained relationship between the police and people. And Kenyans have tried to correct it for quite some time. Before the Constitution and during the Constitution making, many aspects were brought to book and captured and dealt with. The creation of IPOA was one of the remedial measures that probably Kenyans would have, thought through to try and bring down the police brutality. And the working of IPOA to a large extent, more or less, in many interpretations reported, ended up like intimidating, let me say this, the police. And in that case, Kenyans are also on the wrong. We need to say things as it is, because when a policeman, for instance, is cornered, you see, the policeman did not go to the street to fight the people, in my very considered opinion. They always go to quell the rioting and to protect people's property. And it will be extremely wrong for us to think of a state without police. If something goes wrong, you rush to the police station. So when we go ahead and ban police stations, and when we beat them openly, like the case of Embu, where you saw a policeman ran after the vehicle and he was not able to catch up, and he was caught by the mob, and I think he was beaten. I don't know whether he's alive. Some of those things are not good, because the police are on their duty. They are sent to do the job. Having said that, on the other hand, use of excessive force it needs to be condemned in the strongest terms possible. There should not be use of live bullets, especially, and for police to contain riot, mainly they've been using tear gas. But in some cases, you'll find that we have either rubber bullets or live bullets. What would I say when it comes to the issue of Murkomen and the police now and the statement? First of all, I think the police needs to be guided by the Constitution and the law. The law is very, very, very clear. The crime is to the individual. It will not be to the force. Secondly, the law is extremely clear when it comes to shoot to kill. That is not in our Constitution, it's not in our law. At the height of emotions, Murkomen as a minister, I would actually consider what my colleague here said, that it is important for him not to talk. Just keep quiet and wait. We experienced a leader in this country who never used to talk a lot, and he did quite a lot. And the Kenyans were wondering what is wrong. President Kibaki never used to say many things. Of course, sometimes people thought he was feeling unwell, and imagine that is probably the reason. But I think saying less for a leader and doing more is a better approach, because sometimes emotions can drive somebody into. I would imagine that this statement was made out of frustration, because he is supposed to hand the police. The police are supposed to contain situations. We could see clearly that in some aspects, situations were not contained. Property was destroyed, many shops were looted, and lives were lost. And we have even incidences of raping, sexually molesting some children. And these issues are not good for anyone. So in such a situation, I think he should have gone to with his hands of the various sections of the police and gone through what happened, what therefore should we tell Kenyans in this particular respect. Okay. And even if you people problem, you media instigates, you push somebody to say things that probably they would regret soon after. In such cases, I think it would be good to say, well, okay, I'll respond to that later.
But Bonakirwa, there appears to be a general disconnect about the workings of the police service in Kenya. That the accusations of police brutality, extrajudicial killings, and now mispronouncements by the person